Hi, I'm Andrew Rich, and if you're like me, you look at the state of modern wrestling discourse and think, wow, what a cesspool. That's why I'm here to tell you about Music of the Mat Remix. That's right, your favorite wrestling music podcast is back with a new format, where I bring on a guest and we play songs related to wrestling-themed topics. It could be a wrestling reference, a wrestling concept, a wrestling pun, things of that nature. Now you might be saying, Andrew, that is a very, very tenuous connection to pro wrestling on a wrestling podcast network. Is this just an excuse to hang out with your friends and talk about music and ignore the rest of the wrestling landscape? Yes. Yes, it is. So listen to Music of the Mat Remix on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network, available on Apple, Spotify, or your podcast player of choice.
Wrestling Omakase is back, baby! The weekly podcast that takes you across all the top promotions on the entire Japanese wrestling scene, from New Japan to Stardom, Noah, DDT, All Japan, Mari Gold, Dragon Gate, Tokyo Joshi, Sendai Girls, and a whole lot more. I'm John Carroll, a fan of Japanese wrestling for over 20 years, and every week I'm joined by a rotating cast of guest co-hosts as we break down all the top promotions in Japan, men's and women's. Check out Wrestling Omakase right here on the Voices of Wrestling podcasting network today.
This podcast is a member of the Voices of Wrestling podcasting network. Visit voicesofwrestling.com to hear the rest of our great podcasts, as well as show reviews, columns, opinions, and updates across the world of wrestling.
Here we go! Kiss me like a love song. So that mama call me. Whoa, whoa, kimiの片思い。恋が走り出したら。
You're listening to the Emerald FlowShow on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network.
Welcome to episode 90 of the Emerald FlowShow. We're a podcast on the Voice of Wrestling, a podcast network. We're available on all of your favorite podcast sites, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and you can follow us on Blue Sky and X at Emerald Flow Show. And if you're feeling generous, you can donate to the show at voicesofwrestling.com/donate. I'm Gerard, back with Paul. And breaking news, Paul, I was going to watch some Big Japan for this episode, but Cora's been down for 24 hours now.
Yeah, that's great service. It's actually, because we were just talking about this just before we started recording, that Big Japan show on at the end of the year on December 30th, or 29th, 30th, I think. That one is actually airing, I think, on YouTube. So if it's still down by then, you might be able to watch that on YouTube at least.
Well, there you go. I am, though, relatively confident, given how Big Japan can always pull through, that Cora will be back. Maybe it will still take a couple more days.
but it might also require somebody to notice that it's down. So
yes. Well, I asked in the VOW Discord, and I was informed it had been down for like a day already when I did it this morning. So, that's sort of good to know that at least one other person is aware of the situation.
Who knows? I don't know. This might be it for Core. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
I don't know, just the way the promotion has gone in general, right? Like you also had because you have the whole thing with Akira basically saying he's like more or less done with Big Japan.
Yeah.
So the
So
deathmatch division is basically
I
gone.
don't think they're gonna go out of business, but they might just punt core for YouTube, basically.
Yeah, because you don't have to pay for the infrastructure. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know how many people watch on YouTube though. Like I had that core subscription to watch like Sekimoto versus Cobb, and I don't know, the live chat seemed pretty dead on that. So who knows?
Well, I wanted to see because there was a Shuji Ishikawa versus Hideyoshi Kamatani match from a couple of days ago that I wanted to check out. I'm not sure if it was going to be as good as they were in 2015, 2016, but I still
probably not. But
but I still wanted to check that out. But I do have a couple of things from going around watching random things that I'm going to touch on real quick. I finally got around to watching because this is a GHC title, Utami Hayashi versus Takumi Aroha from like way back, I think like July 16th. Look, hot take. I enjoyed the match. I know why others wouldn't for its length, but I did enjoy it. I'm not going to go match the Sumi because some people really hated it. Especially
that actually put me off on watching the match because I saw like the visceral negative reaction to that match. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to skip that one then.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's good reviews of it also on Cage Match, but it's also very different. Also, I watched the 30-minute Hayabusa versus Masato Tanaka draw from August 3rd, and it was actually pretty good. This is my first time watching Hayabusa, and he's actually good. Like he also has like technical skills beyond just being a high flyer because he worked over Tanaka's arm and everything like that. And they filled up the time really well. I mean, yeah, a little bit of arm work at the beginning, but they kept up a really good pace for that 30 minutes, I thought. Now, if you want to talk about questionable finishes, now I think that's reasonable, especially given that it was a loser leaves the promotion match, and then you just do a 30-minute draw. I find that more egregious than the double KO of Utami versus Takumi Aroha, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of saying that before the match though, right? Like that there was just no way they're gonna do like either finish here. So I was like, I was staring at that time limit and I was like, yeah, that smells like the most that smells like the most like non-finish I've ever seen. And turns out I was right. So
so on we'll start with Pro Wrestling Noah because we have a lot to go over there. Some interesting directions have changed in the company, I suppose. So we start on the 27th at Kyoto KBS Hall in front of 406 fans. I mean, there's not much to say on this show except for Uka Sasaki defeated Hayata in 10:23 with a cross arm breaker. What can I say? It was perfectly solid, like 3 1/4 match. Hayata continues to not offend this.
Yeah. I do have to say, it's like, I'm not going to be like, oh, he's like a great wrestler, but it does work to his benefit to work heavyweights. Like, it is less like his style actually fits better with heavyweight.
Yeah. And then semi-main, Keno, Tetsuya Endo, and Ada defeated Nomichi Marufuji, Dragon Bane, and Alpha Wolf in 11:28 with the Imperial Uno from Ada on Bane. Again, this is to set up junior tag match on the next show. And that was a very solid semi-main, your Noah 6-man special. And then the main event, Manabu Soya and Daiki Inaba defeated Takashi Sugura and Daga in 1937, with Inaba getting the big roll-up on Sugura to make the first defense of the GHC title. And first of all, I will just say that this Soya and Inaba team was very over. But as we'll get to, the honeymoon didn't last forever. But I did feel like when I saw this match before subsequent events, I was like, they could go somewhere with this team because both guys are really over.
Yeah, I actually kind of expected them to lose here. Like, for obvious reasons, as will become clear, they did not lose here. I also thought I was like, oh, they actually got past this team. I think, are they actually going to go on a bit of a run? And they, not really, but, at least Inaba got a win over Segura. I think that's at least something.
Yeah. So the following show after that was on the 3rd at Kobe Sambo Hall in front of 414 fans. So like, first half of the card, standard, no affair. But when we get to and they had this third from the top, which I thought was interesting. Owada defeated Daiki Odashima in 11:45 with the crab hold. And when I mean, this was really good. I mean, Owada-san did some of the heel shtick, but Onishima is just so great. My rookie of the year,
Yeah.
hands down type thing. And so this was like getting a big win for Awada-san because he's not going to get any wins before he leaves.
Oh yeah, no way. Like it's like I mean, there's a 0% chance he beats Ozawa unless there's like an angle.
And then Manabu Soya, Daiki Inaba, and Yuto Kikuchi defeated Ozawa, Takashi Sugura, and Null in 13:28 because Sugura was disqualified because Masa Kitamiya came out all dressed in black and has ditched the hair, just going with natural hair color and no like faux hawk. And he interfered, is now a member of Team 2000X, and he's the chairman, as he calls himself.
Which is weird because wasn't Tadasuke the chairman? He's the guy that comes up with the chair.
No, Tadasuke is the outcast.
Okay, sure.
So I actually thought, this was actually a good little 6-man up until that point. But I mean, this was really just
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't fault. Like it's on a house show as well. Like this is exactly where you do this angle.
So
as well.
thoughts on Kitamiya being in Team 2000X? Because that's some thoughts once we get to the Kawasaki show. But what was your initial reaction?
I don't mind it because I don't know. I feel like Team 2000X is like starting to go into like a different direction of what they were originally, right? Because they were kind of like the slimy heels, like really early on with like a lot of cheating and everything, and like they're still kind of doing that, but like they're like becoming a lot more like a bruiser faction now as well, with like guys like Segura and Kitamiya. So I think that's actually a positive direction.
Yes, and Kitamiya was also spinning his wheels. Like how many matches he had against like Kazuyuki Fujita in the undercard of some show?
Yeah, like he's had nothing to do like for like a long time now. So no, I think this is perfect for him. Like especially like he's in a tag team now again, which I do think that is his strongest role, is being in a tag team. And I think him and Segura actually like that's a really good like team to put together as well. Like if they don't go overboard with cheating and everything, I think like there's like a lot of legs on that team.
Yeah, they don't have to cheat because they could just be
exactly. They can just be assholes that beat you up.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the main event for the GAC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title, Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf defeated Eita and Shuji Kondo in 15-12 with the Twister Bane from Bane on Kondo to make their third defense of the titles. I know, Paul, I mean, it wasn't bad. I just felt that Eita and Kondo, I mean, there was some good stuff from Kondo here, but he's also like got to be in his late 40s now. But I don't know. I just felt like they're not quite the guys to keep up with Bane and Alpha Wolf these days. I don't know. That was sort of my feeling.
No, I also have to say Eita and Shuji Kondo is like a team that is worse than the sum of its parts. Like, I feel like they just consistently underdeliver.
Kondo is 47. Now I did enjoy him suplexing and lariating them, but I don't know. Eita was just mostly kind of here in this fine, like 3 stars.
Yeah, we are right back into like Eita does not give a single shit error. Like
yes.
Like he's there to collect a paycheck and he's doing the minimum amount of stuff necessary until, I don't know, they give him something interesting to do or like he finds some motivation somewhere. They should have kept him together with Urashima. He was weirdly engaged during that. He was really motivated during that team.
Yeah. I don't know. He's a little fickle on these things, but I mean, again, this is also at Kobe Sembo Hall. So,
true. That also is a factor, especially for someone like Eita, where it's like, Kobe Sembo Hall, whatever.
Yeah, but them being the less than the sum of their parts is such a good bit of this team. So then we move on to August 11th at Kawasaki Summer Voyage 2025 at Cults Kawasaki in front of 1,757 fans, and I was like, oh wow, that's a really good number given this card. I thought actually
it's the best number ever in the building. Like that's insane.
No one didn't turn the lights off. I have to turn the lights off.
That was the first thing I noticed, where I was like, what? I can actually see the building. They've turned it on the last couple of times they were here.
Yeah. So that's a good sign. So we start off with Eita, Asuka, and Junta Miyawaki defeating Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf, and Calibus in 8:43 when Asuka pinned Calibus with the Kaikoku. Solid opener. I mean, less than 9 minutes, but it was just them flying around.
Yeah.
So the kind of thing you want to sort of set up the show with. But from that good opener, we had a three-way match of Super Crazy, Shuhei Taniguchi, and Black Mensa Ray when Super Crazy used the schoolboy on Mensa Ray. First of all, this is like, it's not as bad as when All Japan would have those like 6 or 8 man tags with all the old guys in Onita, but it's not that far off.
No. Also, I'm looking at it and I'm like, did this really only go 4 minutes? This felt so much longer than 4 minutes.
I know it did.
I was like, this is like 8 minutes or 10. It's like, it's under 5 somehow. Jesus. I like, yeah, this was not good at all.
They don't really know what to do with Taniguchi.
No.
It's unfortunate. Yeah. And we've mentioned before that Metso Ray's like regressed.
Yeah. And somehow Super Crazy is still around. I mean, okay, I know why, because he's friends with Nozawa, but still.
Yeah. And he's probably just the reason he's in Japan, we mentioned, because his daughter is in the Wave Dojo, but
yeah.
So he's hanging around. That's Nozawa's going to give him a booking on a bigger show. Next up, Kaito Kiyomiya, Galeno, Alejandro, and Kai Fujimura defeated Uka Sasaki, Tetsuya Endo, Hayata, and Daiki Otashima in 10-18 with the Galeno special from Galeno on Otashima. Another solid little multi-man tag there. Otashima going up against Galeno was probably my highlight.
Yeah, he has such good chemistry with the big guys. That was actually my takeaway as well. Where I'm like,
yeah,
I know they can't move him to heavyweight, but he has such good chemistry with like the really big guys. It's like that's kind of going to go away a little when he like moves out of young boy status, which is almost unfortunate.
Yeah. And then next up, we had Naomichi Marufuji, Keno, and Mohamed Yone and Shuji Kondo defeating Ozawa, Jack Morris, Daga, and Null in 10:07 with the schoolboy from Kondo on Daga. But Jack Morris gave a high kick to Daga when Kondo moved out of the way, and then schoolboy Kondo. So that led to some dissension in Team 2000X. And then at one point, well, Daga and Morris started pushing each other, but then Jack Morris took a swing at Yoshitatsu. And that's when the real beatdown really started. And Jack Morris got bumped. And well, what did you think? I mean, was it time? I mean, is he leaving? I guess is really the question.
Yeah, I actually feel like it was time for him to leave Team 2000X, right? Because as we were saying, like I feel like there's a bit of a shift in direction with them going, and I don't think he fits the new direction. And then B, I think he's leaving. Yeah, like he wasn't on the list of like guys of like Euro guys that were announced that are signed. Like for example, like we know Mike DiVecchio is leaving. Like I was literally on Sunday, I was like at one of the like Rev Pro X GWF shows, and they did like a big farewell for Mike DiVecchio there. So like he's 100% leaving. And like same with like Isla Blanc, where it's like he has like a big farewell match and all of that. And like Zozaya, it's clear that he's wrapping up. But with Jack, we haven't seen any announcement yet, but it definitely like it feels very strongly that he is. Like when he's over in Europe, he's doing so many jobs to like not even push guys as well.
I got to assume that the N1 announcements will happen on this Korakuen this weekend, right? I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't actually happened yet. So, I mean, we'll know for sure, but yes, I think he's probably leaving.
Yeah, and I mean, good for him as well, right? Like, I think he had a good run. Like, he made the most of what, like, you know, like he came in as a virtual complete unknown.
Oh, totally. People like Brit Res people, a lot of them didn't even know who.
Yeah, because he was wrestling like he had like a couple of shots for like, you know, for like what's it called again? ICW up in Scotland, right? And like otherwise he was like wrestling like literally like lower level indies. Like there was just nothing. Like I remember like I did like when I did a preview for the N1 that year, I was like looking up like previous like achievements of that person. And for like Jack Morris, there was like I think like he won like the Battle of Midlothian or something. Like that was like one of his greatest achievements up until that point. So like to go from that to now most likely getting signed by WWE, right? Like I think that is definitely an achievement. Like he shot a shot by like going to like Japan and he made the most of it. And I also have to say though, he did kind of like plateau as well, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think there was that much more for him to do anyway. So I feel like it's the right time.
I think so for sure, absolutely. But how well do you think he'll do in Orlando?
I think he's going to do well, to be honest. Like, I mean, he has the look, obviously. I mean, the man hasn't seen a carp since, like, I don't know, 2022 or something. Right? Like, So actually, did you see the promo Ozawa cut where he said that Jack does steroids?
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, so I think the look wise he does well. I think promo wise, I mean, yeah, like I do make the joke regularly of like unintelligible like Scottish noise, but he is, I would say, like a fairly decent promo overall. And it's not like other Scottish people haven't done well in that promotion, although he doesn't quite have the same size as like Drew, for example. But I think he definitely has a chance to like succeed. I don't think he's gonna be like a main eventer, but honestly, I think he has a better chance than like, let's say, like Isla Blanc has, to be honest. Or I would honestly even say like maybe like someone like Mike D has as well. Because I think Jack's style also just automatically fits much better in WWE than like he won't have to adjust the style like the same way the other two will have to do. Because he already kind of wrestles a relatively it's not meant as an insult, but he wrestles a relatively like simple style that fits very well with like American TV wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think I'm 50-50 on his chances, I guess. I could see it, but I could see him just spinning his wheels.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's WWE. Like, it's basically kind of like either you come in as a massive star or you kind of have to get lucky to like get anywhere in that company.
Yeah, for sure. So next up, we had Atsushi Kotoga and Hajime Ohara defeating Owada-san and Tadasuke in 9:58 with the Moi Bien from Ohara on Owada-san for the submission. So Ohara still seems to be very popular in his hometown. That's all I can say about
yeah. They literally put him on the fucking poster.
I know. Or at least the Wrestle Universe.
The Wrestle Universe like thing. Yeah, I don't think it was any, but yeah, he was on the thumbnail there, and I was like, ugh. I was like, oh man, I really don't want to click on this.
Yeah, the match is what you'd expect. Like, Ohara's getting beat up. Boo.
And then I mean, but hey, like, I mean, at least Noah knows to do the right thing and like put over the hometown guy, right? Like, they didn't go for like, oh, let's give like some heat to the heels by like beating the hometown guy. They were just like, let's give him a good feel good moment. Well, because they weren't going to give it that to him and them in the main event. So,
and then next up, Go Shiozaki return match, N1 Victory 2025 contested determination match. Harutoki defeated Go Shiozaki in 12:03 with the Dolphin Special #1. So this was Go's big return. I really enjoyed the finish because Go was positioned like he was going to kick out of like the cradle type thing because he had his arms on Harutoki's back like he was going to push him up, but he got him.
Yeah.
Solid match. I can't go above like 3.5. I think that it's an interesting question. Is Go not in this tournament because he can't handle it?
Yes.
But at the same time, Go looked not bad, but he did not go all out.
I think like it's less so that Go doesn't look bad. I don't think that's the issue. It's more, I think Go can still like go, but I don't think Go should be wrestling entire like heavy duty singles tournaments anymore. That's probably not a good idea for him. Based on his like injury, like just based on his injury history in general. Like, I mean, heck, even in this match, like he already had his fucking nose busted.
Oh yeah,
his return match, which to be fair looked badass.
Yeah, it did. Well, maybe we'll find out what happens to the 0-1 World Heavyweight title now.
Yeah, who the fuck knows who even has that belt? Like, does Ghost still have it? Like, Cage Match I mean, to be fair, Cage Match only still lists him as champion because they also don't have a better answer than us. But like, he's technically still listed as champion on there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, they never announced that it was vacated.
Yeah, and so neither promotion has used it.
We have one N1 participant in Harutoki, which is good. I like him, and he deserves that shot, I think. And then special singles match, Hiromu Takahashi defeated Yuto Kikuchi in 12:46 with a time bomb. I mean, this is a nice little like 3-star Hiromu match in 2025.
Yeah, it's the touring Hiromu match like that he generally does outside of New Japan. But he's definitely still winning that title, right? Like, it's 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't think there's any chance Yohei beats him unless it's like Yohei, or unless they have like, I don't know, Team 2000X. Like they do like the fucking Ultimo Dragon thing where like it's a singles match and then Team 2000X, the heels run in and it turns into a tag match. Like that's the only way he doesn't win the title.
Yeah, for sure. And so then we go to Oh, they're still going to have that match. I can't remember when. Yohei came out afterwards and everything. And then main event GHC Tag Team Championship. Masa Kitamiya and Takashi Sugiura defeated Manabusa and Daiki Inaba in 2046 via referee stop with the old stranglehold Gamma from Kitamiya on Soya channeling some Kensuke Sasaki to win the titles. I think this was better than the one with Daga.
Yeah.
And this was a pretty good match, actually. Best match of the show for sure. Good hard-hitting tag match. Again, you felt like, the crowd would have gone wild if Soya and Inaba had retained, I'm sure.
But I don't know. I like that team, but I actually think this might be a better team to hold it as well.
Yes, I agree. But it's just like, oh damn, Soya and Inaba are so like, I hope you but more of my concern is not so much losing the title, but it's like with all of these things, they just don't do anything with this team further.
I mean, that was the problem with the Masato Tanaka Daiki Inaba team, wasn't it? Where we were like,
team,
man, this team is really over, and they were really good, and then they lost the titles quickly, and they never did anything again. So,
Paul, the first thing I see with Kitamiya's look, we have Braun Breaker at home.
See, I see Kensuke Sasaki.
With the singlet, though?
Otherwise, I think the color scheme and everything gives me kind of Kensuke Sasaki vibes.
I mean, he's done his look more Kensuke Sasaki-ish, in terms of just with the goatee and the plain black hair. Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking about that singlet. It just reminded me. I was like, this is Braun.
I mean, it is kind of a Braun Breaker style singlet because it's also there's really not a non-weird way to describe it. It's because the straps go around the nip, they don't cover the nipples. They go sideways from the nipples.
Yeah. Which
I think that's the way Braun has it as well.
Yeah.
So I can see where you're coming from, and it's also because they kind of they're both bruisers and everything. So I definitely see where you're coming from, but I looked at that, and especially based on the finish, I was like, he's definitely trying to emulate Kensuke more now.
Oh, for sure, with the Stranglehold Gamma, absolutely. Yeah. So we then go to the upcoming show it is this weekend on Saturday, August 16th at Korakuen Hall. 6:30 start, not one of those weekend morning shows. So we got an 8-man match. We got Hiromu, Katoge, Asuka, Juta Miyawaki versus Ada, Alejandro, Kai Fujimura, and Daiki Odashima. That could actually be pretty good.
Yeah.
We have Uka Sasaki, Hayata, Tetsuya Endo versus Keto, Shuhei Taniguchi, and Black Menso Ray.
Sure, why not?
We have Masa Kitamiya and Tadasuke versus Manabusa and Daiki Inaba. Sounds like someone's getting another tag title shot soon.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like immediate rematches because it's also not Kitamiya and Sugiura really got all that much of a dirty win. They just kind of beat them.
Yeah. And then Takashi Sugiura, Daga, and Null versus Go Shiozaki, Muhammad Yone, and Hajime Ohara. So Ohara will be back to jobber status, I think.
Well, to be fair, he really only ever wins in Kawasaki. That's the other thing. At least I don't have to like it, but I can understand it. And as long as they keep it to just that city, I'm okay, whatever.
Singles match: Kaito Kiyomiya versus Harutoki.
I mean, that one's gonna be interesting. I mean, I don't think Harutoki is gonna win that one, but after the last one, that was when Harutoki joined All Rebellion. So I wonder if this is him. I don't think he's gonna turn, but I wonder if this is him leaving All Rebellion after this, maybe to just be in the home army or whatever. Because what the fuck is there for him to do in All Rebellion, right? He's the third heavyweight at best.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I think Harutoki, do you pull the trigger?
Yeah, but the trigger on what? It's not he's gonna be a big star.
Yeah. But you could give him that momentum going in.
Oh, you mean that he beats Kaito?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually, if you do a finish similar to the one you did with Go. Yeah, because then he also has more reason to actually leave All Rebellion as well, where he's I beat you, now I can leave or whatever, even if it's on a roll up or whatever.
Yeah, and Kaito can get a win back in the N1 too.
In the N1, yeah, you put them in the same block and everything. Yeah, no, actually, you know what? You've talked me into it. That makes sense.
I don't know. I probably Kaito wins.
Probably yes, but I do think that actually would make sense.
And then 8-man tag match: Galeno, Dragon Bane, Alpha Wolf, and Super Crazy versus Luis Monte, Flamita, Bandito, and Caldas. That's what it was. Blank.
I mean, that's a very Nosawa match to book.
Yes, but one of these things is not like the other.
Oh yes.
And then we got,
Yeah.
it could be good still. I mean, if
Yes.
it's,
I mean,
Awada
like Super
saying-
Crazy can just like stand on the ring apron and kind of clap. For
I
the
would
others,
hope he at
but
least
that's
does the
fine.
job.
No, he won't. You know he won't.
Yeah, it'll be Calibus.
Yeah.
Awada-san send-off match, as we already was already announced. Ozawa versus Awada-san. Does Awada-san get bounced here? Like, I mean, from the unit.
Yeah, from the unit. I know. I don't think so. Like, I don't think they've really teased that at all. And I think Owada-san, I don't know. Like, I mean, the question is, I guess maybe that would actually be a bit of an indicator that maybe Team 2000X won't even be around anymore. It won't be in this form when he comes back, right? Because then you bounce him out now. Whereas, like, if you still want him to be in there when he comes back, then you don't do it. But like, if they're not even going to be around when he's like, I don't know, like, because he's going to be gone for like 6 months to a year, right? At the least.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Ozawa left at the end of January 2024, and then he returned after the N1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was still here in August, because I'm literally wearing the shirt I bought from him at the Rev Pro Extreme WF shows last year. So like, and then he came back shortly after the N1. So I guess maybe for Wada, I could see like maybe he gets a bit longer, unless they want to bring him like. But again, I feel like it's similar time frame for him would make sense as well. And who knows if like Team 2000X will still be around by then, because I feel like at least maybe not in this form. Like I don't think Ozawa will still be the leader by then, at the very least.
I mean, he could have turned face by then. I mean, that's completely in the realm of possibility.
See, but actually then I might be thinking maybe they don't kick him out here. And then there's a bit of like ambiguousness when like Owada comes back. It's like, is he going to align with Ozawa, or is he going to align with like whoever is like the top heel lead at that point?
Yeah, for sure. So, and then of course, main event for the GHC Heavyweight Championship, Kenta versus Naomichi Marufuji. Well, I mean, Kenta's retaining. Paul, how good match do you think this is going to be?
I mean, 15 years ago, it's a match of the year contender, no fucking questions asked.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we do always say that Marufuji, when he's motivated, can still go. Like, he's proven that countless times already. And we kind of have the same for Kenta.
He's going to do his annual great performance here. Or at least
exactly. Like, what else would be more motivating than for Naomichi fucking Marufuji than a GHC title match with Kenta, right? That there's literally nothing that, like, if that doesn't motivate him, nothing else can anymore. So yeah, I feel like I don't know if it's going to be a match that will end up on my match of the year list, but I will predict that it will be at least 4 stars.
It's sold out.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign, you know, to add to the, I don't know, motivation, the juice, full cork, and your most dedicated fans all screaming. You know, I think
the atmosphere is going to be insane.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. Although I still feel like, I mean, I know that would have been stupid, but I still would have been like, should have put that in Budokan just as a fuck you.
So that's Pro Wrestling Noah. Some interesting directions. I am mostly on board with everything, and it just I felt like Team 2000 was a little. I mean, they had like the DQ finish, whatever, but I just feel like it's a little less overbearing and a more like going the Kitamiya Sugura ass kicker route.
Actually, on that, just real quick before we move on, I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think Daga is also going to leave soon?
Oh yes, I forgot. Wasn't he at one of the tryouts too?
Exactly, and
there's a picture
WWE just bought a
Spanish
Mexican promotion, right? Spanish-speaking promotion, so they might need more Spanish-speaking wrestlers.
Triple Mania is it not?
I mean, yeah, because the Cubs preview is up on the website. So, I mean, obviously he's not gonna pop up there because he's like booked a no and everything. But I would not be shocked if like he goes to basically get signed to like WWE AAA, basically. It just makes too much sense.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And you know what? Good for him.
Yeah, he's also got the advantages because he speaks some English.
Yeah.
So that's probably also makes him attractive to them, actually.
Oh God, WWE is gonna like start making people cut promos in English. That's absolutely gonna happen. Oh God, this is gonna be a shit show.
Yeah. So then we move on to Otis City General Gymnasium in All Japan for their Neto ! Summer Action Series 2025 in front of 2,020 fans. Paul, I was shocked when I saw this.
Oh, absolutely.
Not because I think it was cooked or,
I think it's a little cooked.
It actually have it. You think so? I thought it was like, okay, this actually looks better than I thought crowd-wise.
I do think it might have been slightly under 2,000. Like that 2020 is a little too neat of a number.
Yeah.
But I feel like even a slightly under 2,000 for me is still a massive success.
Yes.
With like this card.
I thought this show, the ticket sales did not look good. I thought this show was going to tank, and I was like, oh God, they're going to get 1,300. And
Juniors have never been a draw on this promotion, ever.
When you do less than 50, if you do less than Korakuen max in
exactly.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's cooked, it's not cooked by.
Exactly. No. Like I'm not saying that they like massively like overdid it. I think they just wanted to like have the two up there, and they didn't want to go to like straight to 2,000.
There could have been like 1,957 fans in there.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it was just a hair under 2,000, and then they were just like, let's just it might have legit been like 1,980, right?
They counted all the people in the building.
Yeah, and it just kind of like exactly they like put the crew on there and I like bumped it up to 2020 basically.
So first match of the show: Musashi, Seki Yoshioka, Ryo Inoue, Mr. Sato, Naruki Doi, and Shota Kafuji defeated Dan Tamura, Hikaru Sato, Yuki Miyamoto, Fuminori Abe, and Sego Tachibana when Doi pinned Tachibana with a sliding kick. Pearl Love did not have the time of the match on here, but this was a really good opener.
Yeah, definitely. Like I got the crowd like going really well as well.
Yeah. I mean, the junior division is the strongest it has been in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of secretly the high point of the promotion right now.
Yes. Gayor TV title. Takashi defeated Kuroshio Tokyo Japan 11-14 with the Pineapple Bomber to make his third defense of the title. Whatever. It was what
it happened.
I will just say though, it's funny though, because Kuroshio runs off to do Uptown. He's doing less All Japan beats and he does more jobs in All Japan. Very fascinating arc for him. Road to the Odo tournament, Davey Boy Smith and Daisuke Sekimoto defeated Hokuto Mori and Kumarashi in 8:34 with a diving body press from Sekimoto on Mori. Solid little match. In all honesty, I thought Sekimoto looked good. I mean, for what I was expecting of him, I thought he sort of worked harder than I kind of expected him to. And he is the X, and he's going to be in the Royal Award tournament. Of course, we were talking about Big Japan earlier, but did we mention he's sort of going freelance, but also still being in Big Japan too?
Yeah, like, we actually mentioned him as one of the potential X's, actually. When we were talking about that.
So we sort of got it right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we were suspecting whether or not he got signed, which obviously he didn't. But yeah, he is a freelancer now. Yeah.
So I would say that this is a good pickup, even though I suppose one could say, well, this is the young guy. It should be a young guy company, fine. But if you need bodies to fill this spots of these cards, you can't go wrong with Sekimoto on the downward side of his career. Now he's saying he's going to wrestle till he's 50 and then retire.
No, he took that back like in the post match.
Oh, okay.
He said he was going to wrestle until 50 at the show, and then in the post-match press conference in the back, he was like, "Oh, actually, I feel quite good. Maybe I'm actually going to wrestle longer than 50." This is the this is the fastest anybody's ever walked back their retirement. Like he walked it back years before it happened.
Yeah, he's only like he's 44, 45, so he's
so
he's still revising it with like 5 years before. So what do you think the chances of him winning the Royal Road are?
I don't know. I don't know if he's really here as like a Triple Crown level guy to be. Like I think maybe he'll get a shot eventually, but I feel like giving him the Royal Road is like I think more than you really want to like give him, because he doesn't need it, right? Like he has credibility anyway, so I don't think he really needs that win. So
I mean, his path is pretty clear because Like he's in the this is his half of the table. It's got Kento Miyahara, Kengo Mishimo, Yuma Aoyagi, Naoya Nomura, Rei Saito, him, Hideki, and Odyssey. Which means like, could he beat? I mean, he's beating Ray.
Yeah. Is Ray still in the tournament?
Oh, sorry, Doi.
Yeah.
Doi.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's 100% beating Doi. Yeah, of course.
And then he's probably facing Odyssey.
Where you can reasonably bowl out Odyssey in the second round. That's fine.
Yeah. And then, well, the only interesting thing is then it's like, I'm assuming Kento's beating Kengo Machine.
Yeah.
And then I think Yuma or Naoya Nomura is beating Kento in that second round.
Yeah.
Maybe? Or not, because
Unless
Kento always goes to the semis, though, it seems like.
And I mean, and then but then I think Daisuke beats Kento and then Kento loses to whoever emerges from the other side because you can already run Kento. No, wait. No, that doesn't work.
Daisuke versus Kento in the semis?
I think Daisuke was Kento in the semis, yeah. And actually, it's not unreasonable that Daisuke wins there.
And then who's going to come from the other side? Because it's Jun, Ren Ayabe, Hokuto, Zion, Shotaro, Davey Boy, Honda. Of course, you cannot count out Honda and Kuma Arashi. So, like,
God, I forgot how dire that side of the tournament is. Like, not even necessarily in terms of wrestling ability, but also in more of like believable winners.
Well, I mean, I think the top.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for Honda versus Daisuke Sekimoto in the final.
And then Honda finally wins it, or Honda fails again in the.
Yeah, because Honda also just had a title shot. See, this is the problem with fucking June winning. It actually makes it really hard. Actually, maybe you're right because June has beaten everybody else, so it kind of has to be Daisuke Sekimoto by process of elimination, unless they want to do a rematch.
Yeah. And there's your Royal Road preview. So we go to Midsummer Special Singles Match, Volume 1 now. Inamura versus defeated Raikkonen in 14-1 with the double wrist lock. He's still got it.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely does.
Which is what What about a nice no more versus Honda final?
That would be awesome too.
Win back.
That would be actually, you know what? That also would be awesome, yeah. But man, I just wish we could just, take this man's brain and put it into like a functioning body.
Yeah.
Because like his brain for wrestling is amazing, but
he still goes hard.
Yeah.
Still took some good bumps in this. What could have
been? I wish that it's going to haunt me forever, Gerard. It's going to haunt me forever.
I know.
What could have been with Naoya Nomura.
Yeah, I mean it's just like I just hope they keep using him, but I cannot bet them, right?
Okay, but like they've brought him back after so many fucking injuries. At this point, they're just gonna keep coming him back. If
he didn't blow his knee out in that tag match against Soya and Keno, I assume they were gonna keep him.
Yeah, but like he just came back from injury and they put him straight back into the Royal Road tournament and gave him a big win on an Ota City show. They're obviously more than happy to keep using him. Like, you're not going to do that to a guy you're just going to, like, dump after this.
And then, so we had the Saito brothers versus Havoc. Shotaro Shino, Zion, and Odyssey defeated Jun Saito, Rei Saito, and Senor Saito with the Journey's End from Odyssey on Senor, which was the most obvious finish ever. I think Havoc's kind of overball.
Oh, God, yeah. Which is unfortunate given the Odyssey of it all, but, like, the crowd fucking loves them.
I also have to say, I think Odyssey is better than someone.
Yeah.
Oh, well. So that's where that's going to be happening.
Yeah.
So for the Midsummer Special Singles Match Volume 2, Rena Abe defeated Talos in 14 minutes with the Death Roulette. Paul, somebody questioned if we live in the best of all possible worlds, but this match might have been the best of possible matches that these two could actually have. This is hardly a classic, but they managed to go 14 minutes and be okay. And with a great finish, with Hayabe getting the Death Roulette on Talos, honestly looked great. And
yeah, that looked awesome. Yeah. Like I like legitimately, if you just hear like, oh, like Ren Hayabe and Talos had a 14-minute singles match, like you're gonna imagine some horrific stuff. But like as I was watching that, I was like, this is not bad. This is kind of good actually. And like they worked it perfectly. Yeah, like both both of them took like big bumps too. Like Talos taking the death roulette is not something I expected. That looked insane.
I kind of
yeah.
Talos might actually win, but he wasn't in the Royal Road, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, they did the stuff that you'd expect with the big boots and then the brawling around ring, like not, cliched, but they managed to keep it together, basically.
Yeah, and they also like laid their shots on properly as well.
Yeah. And then after
Which
the match,
is something both men have kind of struggled with a little bit. So I was actually like,
yeah. Well, Talos, I could give him a bit more time because getting used to things in Japan.
Yeah.
Ren, it's been a couple years now, or this whole
he's teamed with Shuji Ishikawa. You should know how to lay his shots in at this point.
Yeah. And then after the match, Talos leaves Hokuto Gun, and they form a tag team with Ren Ayabe and Talos.
You know what? Good idea, actually. I was like when I saw that happen, I was like, you know what? That's actually the perfect use for like both men.
Now, if you're forming a tag team at this time of the year, I think they got to be carrying a World Tag League.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, okay, this is essentially an announcement of like the first team for the Real World Tag League. Yeah.
And then semi-main event for the World Tag Team Championships. Hideki Suzuki and Kengo Mishimo defeated Kento Miyahara and Yuma Aoyagi in 24:55 with a double suplex hold on from Suzuki on Miyahara for the title change. I should add, it took 2 double arm suplexes for Suzuki to put Miyahara away and then win the title. Paul might be the low man on this tag title match. And what I mean is, I thought this was still a very good match. I thought the closing stretch with Suzuki and Miyahara was great. I thought the opening minutes where they were doing the technical wrestling was great. I just thought it lost a little juice in the middle. And I just saw like everyone on Cage Match went higher than I did.
See, no, because I think I'm actually going to be the low man on this.
Oh, okay.
Because like I agree, like it was good overall, but I was also, after that match ended, I was like, I'm like, after we talk about it on this show, I'm never going to think about this match ever again. I thought it was like the most forgettable good match I've ever seen. Like, right, like, because I was like, afterwards I was like, I enjoyed that, but also that sure happened. I don't like it's really hard for me to explain it. Like I was like, it definitely was like, I was like, I enjoyed the match, but I was also like, immediately afterwards, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna remember anything about this. Like it was there. It was like, I mean, just look at who was involved. Obviously it was gonna be a good match. And like, yeah. I felt like the match just perfectly hit expectations, which kind of worked against it because there wasn't really anything for me to really like sink my teeth into, really. So it's just like, it sounds like I'm burying it and I really don't want to, but like,
right.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
But it was really good. And I was surprised about the winners, but you know what? Let's see what they can do. Like, I think that's actually a good team. Like that's a fresh team. Like, I mean, I feel like if they're going to lose them to the Saitos eventually, I feel like, but. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because by losing the titles here, I thought they were going to do another thing on the next show, and then they swerved us again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was like, oh man, this is such a spoiler for the main event of the next show. And I was like, well, like, it's not.
And then for the Junior Battle of Glory finals, Atsuki Aoyagi defeated Rising Kaido in 29:45 with a Firebird splash to win the tournament. Paul, this was the best match that All Japan has had this year.
Yeah, this was fucking awesome.
And Hayato was a madman as I expected from here, and he jumped off the upper level of Oda Ward onto Atsuki. They did that like the first 5 minutes. I'm sorry, you can't complain about the crowd brawling when you go to jump off of a balcony.
Yeah, that was a balcony jump. Like
yeah.
Ripped out, like there was one spot, I don't know when it happened, but he at some point like ripped out like one of his face piercings got stuck on something. Yeah. And like ripped out, and he started like hard way bleeding.
Yeah, it like closed up fast. There wasn't that much blood, but it added to the.
Here's the funny thing, though. It reopened in the post match, so it looked like he was crying blood.
Oh yeah. That's. I don't think the winner was ever in doubt here, though.
No. When this was clear, I was like, yeah.
I do think Hayato was the star here.
Yeah. I do feel like, because we were always talking about like how like Atsuki is like the 1A and Hayato is the 1B, but I feel like that has flipped now.
Yeah.
And Hayato is the 1A and Atsuki is the 1B. But it was also the right call to like put it on Atsuki here because he was injured for such a long time. and he's back now, and
Yeah.
you can put him back on the like top of the junior division for a while before you flip it back to like before you give Hayato another shot with the belt, because again, like while he is the 1A of the junior division, like he hasn't had a good title reign yet, so he actually kind of still needs that. But yeah, for now, let's see what Atsuki can do with the belt. Like I think there's a lot of fresh matchups for him in the junior division as well. So yeah, no, absolutely the right call to. Like,
So here's
do it
my
here.
critique. Here's my critique of this match and my critique of Atsuki in his big matches. I do not like this thing that he's now doing, where it's just like he's going to hit a couple of moonsaults and then kick out, and the Firebird splash. I feel like that's very anti, because this is like him going back to the top again and again until he lands it. I like a more dynamic finish and a more dramatic build to the finishing move. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he definitely has to worry it up a bit now. Yeah, we'll see. Like, I mean, obviously, like spoiler, like he won the title and everything, so we'll see if he can actually like do that, like when he's on top. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's fucking young as well. Like he's like 24, right? So there's definitely still enough, which is insane. Like he's still so fucking young.
Yeah. Is it an indictment on All Japan that this is like, I can't think of a match this year that it is an indictment? It's not even a question.
It is absolutely
All
yes.
Japan that there's nothing that really rivals this. There's maybe some. I went like 4.5 on this, and there's like maybe some a couple 4.25 matches, but that's about it, right?
No, like this has been a very disappointing year match quality wise for All Japan for sure. So I mean, I will put a lot of that on the guy that, you know, has been carrying the belt that has most commonly been responsible for amazing matches in All Japan. But yeah,
the more I think about
I
it,
do think that's one of the reasons.
The more I'm convinced he's booking, and this is all of him, and why he's not holding.
Oh, you think Yuma is?
No, Kento.
Oh, you mean Kento? No, sorry, I was gonna put it on June because June's the one not having good matches. Well, not.
Sorry, I misheard you. I thought you meant someone who wasn't holding it.
Oh no! I meant the actual guy holding it.
Right. Yes, we'll get to that. Although I might shock everyone with some thoughts.
Also, I looked it up. Atsuki is 25, but yeah, he definitely still has like, you know,
I mean,
Hayato's a bit more.
Hayato's maybe a year or two. He's not that old.
Yeah, they've been around for roughly the same time. Let me just look that up real quick. Rising Hayato is 26. Yeah, you nailed it.
This might have been their best show of the year.
Yeah, no, this was a really good show.
In terms of good stuff throughout the card and just the vibe.
Yeah, the vibes were really good. Like that crowd was also very clearly there for like Atsuki versus Hayato.
Yeah.
Which again, All Japan has never been a junior promotion ever. Again, it was literally founded by a man called Giant Baba.
Yeah, who never put much effort, or he tried a couple times, like once with Onita, once with Tiger Mask, and then just give up.
Then they both fucked off, and he was like, "Screw this."
Or no, he moved Tiger Mask up to heavyweight.
Sorry, wrong Tiger Mask.
I think Tiger Mask 2 debuts in 85, and by 88 he's
and then he was like, "Fuck being Tiger Mask."
Yeah. So I had something on that. In the last couple of years, there have been like 3 Korakuen main events with juniors. 2 of them did under 1,000, and 1 did like 1075, which I think was Dan versus Hayato. Was it 1075 or was it Dan? Anyway, the record's not good, but there is evidence that Hayato is a draw, though.
Yeah. I mean, this definitely is like the fact that they hit like this many people with like a junior title. Also, this was the best junior title. This was the best junior tournament this year, right, in Japan?
I don't know if that final was better than Yo versus Fujita, but I thought the tournament overall was better.
Yeah.
But I would give the finals of the best a slight edge.
I agree. Like that was slightly better, but I like that tournament overall. I enjoyed just a lot more because I mean it helps that there was no fucking bullshit in there either. So
yeah, exactly. And then we go to a week later for another Neto ! Summer Action, but we're now in the not Summer Action series anymore, Paul. We're in Summer Action Wars because I guess the new tour. 10th at Air Water Arena Matsumoto in Matsumoto City General Gymnasium, which was a large, apparently can hold like 6,000 people because it's one of those basketball arenas, probably Fukuda hookup thing. Mm-hmm. 1,596 fans. Paul, were you expecting more? Because I kind of was. Absolutely.
Yeah, I kind of was expecting more as well.
But still,
yeah, it was 2 hometown guys on top and everything. in the really important matches. Also have to say, I know Japanese promotions don't really seem to ever give a shit about this, really. But like, maybe don't put the angle of the camera so high up if you have nobody in the, like, upper ranks, because that just looks bad if you just constantly film from like the ring from underneath and you just see that there's just like nobody up there. But yeah, I also will say, like, the thing is, obviously we don't really have anything to compare this to, but I would have hoped, like, I don't know if 2000 would have been too much, really, like, because it is still like, it's not Tokyo, it's not like a big area, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I low-key, like, at least maybe I would have hoped for something closer to 2000. Let's put it that.
Yeah. 1800. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like 1800, something like that. Like 1700, maybe. Like that. Then I would have been happier than like this. Was, I think, a little bit too few.
Yeah. So we start off the show with Hideki Suzuki defeating Ryo Inoue in 4:55 with a sleeper hold. I mean, this was just Hideki eating him up, but it was so
Oh
fun.
god, yeah. I mean, this is like basically in Ryo Inoue being kind of moved into like the Taishin Nagao slot for a bit, right?
Yeah.
Because this obviously would have been like Nagao if he wasn't injured. So yeah.
And then
I hope they find somebody soon to like put into that slot, because Inoue shouldn't be there anymore. But it was fun.
They got Shota Kofuji.
Yeah, but I don't. He's not signed by them.
No.
He's technically still an OSW guy.
Yeah. All Japan TV 6-man tag team titles: Hokuto Mori, Kumarashi, and Takashi defeated Shiro Koshinaka, Kuroshio, Tokyo, Japan, and Seiko Tachibana in 10:39 with the pineapple bomber from Takashi on Kuroshio to make their fourth defense. I've seen worse.
Yeah. I mean, also Takashi just completely jobbing out like Jiro as well.
It's funny. That's funny. I'm not gonna. And look, the Koshinaka stuff got over.
Yeah, I mean, he is still
like
over.
so.
Like, that's the thing. Yeah, of course.
But we didn't get the Jiro entrance either.
Yeah, I don't know,
They
but
just
that's
came
kind
out
of
to
a
the
shame.
Koshinaka. Do you think that jinxed them?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if they actually would have come out to his entrance, they would have definitely won the match. So really, this is on Shiro Koshinaka, actually.
And the next up, we had Rising Hayato and Dan Tamura versus Mr. Saito, Naruki Doi, and Senor Saito defeated them in 8:29 with the high angle reverse cradle from Hayato on Saito. Fine.
Yeah.
There's not much to say, but it wasn't. I mean, it's funny because I don't really think Senor Saito really drags things down.
No, I think he's been perfectly acceptable. Like, in a weird way, he is like in the Black Mensa-Ray role now.
Yeah. Well, Mensa-Ray could still be better.
Yeah, no. Like, Mensa-Ray at his best is still better, but he's basically like the masked guy that does jobs now, is what he is.
Yeah, and completely inoffensive, like,
Yeah.
Well, because he's not doing like Masato.
It's so funny though that like he's not getting booked by like the promotion that like his best friend books. Instead, he's working All Japan under a mask.
Yeah. And then, so this one was the Hantai versus Havoc. Shotaro Shino, Zion, and Odyssey defeated Kento Miyahara, Davey Boy Smith, and Musashi in 11:05 with a diving headbutt from Zion on Musashi. It was what it was. Nothing interesting. I feel like Zion looked okay here.
Zion has adjusted, I feel like, to Japan relatively well, but
I mean, we're talking from a very low.
Don't know how much there really is. Yeah, I don't know if there's really that much more there, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I think they're gonna keep booking them.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, given how over they were on the Oda Watch show and everything. Yeah.
They got a job at least to the end of the year, I think.
Yeah.
And then special tag match. Ren Ayabe and Talos defeated Ryoki Honda and Daisuke Sekimoto in 15-14 with the death roulette from Ayabe on Honda. Paul, other than the botched finish, which I don't know, could just be an old man Wada thing, or do you think Honda kicked out?
No, I do think that was the intended finish. Yeah.
This was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And I thought Honda and Sekimoto also worked very well together as a team. I thought.
I mean, that might be another team that I might be like.
I know everyone's clamoring for new period, but Honda and Sekimoto are pretty good as a team.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Honda is like kind of spoiled for potential tag team partners for the Real World Tag League. Like, you have him and Daisuke Sekimoto, you have New Period, and you have him and Nomura.
Yeah. All very good.
They're all good choices. Watch him team with, like, I don't know, Takashi.
I mean, I think I would probably want to go with New Period and then maybe put Nomura and Sakamoto together.
Ooh, that's a really good one too. Yeah.
I think that's like, because it's not necessarily about making the absolute one best team, but like, how do you spread them around to make the best, like,
Best
the
tournament.
most
Yeah.
number of really good teams? And I think
Yeah.
that,
No, I agree that's a really good one too. And I thought it was a shame when they kind of low-key broke up New Period after they formed Elpida. So I'm definitely in favor of putting them back together because we never actually got them at their peak, I feel like.
Paul, do you? Well, I guess when should we talk? Okay, because I might as well talk about it now. Because at some point in this match, either before or right after, Ray Sato came out to address the crowd, and they canceled the show in their hometown that was going to happen in October, and it's shoulder surgery. He could be out a while.
Yeah.
Especially if they're having him address the crowd. That's strong.
Yeah.
He's going to be gone a while. Even if it was like 2-3 months, that's one thing. He could be.
Yeah, especially for like someone in his like body shape, that's especially going to be like, make things worse as well.
30s.
Yeah.
He probably should have taken more time off when he separated the shoulders of the first.
Yeah, but how wrestlers are.
Yeah,
I mean, again, he separated his shoulder, came back, and immediately took like a massive bump on his fucking shoulder because wrestlers are fucking stupid.
So, I mean, with the Saitos out, I mean, do you think Ren and Talos are getting those tag titles? Because it's like, let's be honest, Suzuki and Mashimo feel like a transitional team.
Yeah, and I definitely,
like I said, seems to be taking his role very seriously. So maybe they're just going to give Hideki the tag titles to fuck around with for a while. I don't know.
I mean, I could see them hold it past the Real World Tag League. To be fair, that is actually quite a decent run still away, right? Like I could see them hold them maybe until the New Year's shows. Like especially now with the Saitos gone as a team.
I don't think you could rule out Ayabe and Taos winning the Real World Tag League or the tag title, especially.
Yeah. But then again, I don't know. I feel like if they do actually put Anzai and Honda back together, that to me has to be like the favorite team to win.
Well, there's also an argument.
But the thing is, you can put
you need to put that triple crown back on Anzai too.
On Anzai as well, yeah. But like I feel like Ren Ayabe and Talos can also just like we're in August, like you can still like have them just challenge normally, beat Kengo and Kendo and Suzuki, and then they're the ones that hold it through the like Real World Tag League and then lose it on the New Year's shows. You can also do that.
Yeah. And then semi-main event, Atsuki for the PWF World Junior Heavyweight title. Atsuki Aoyagi defeated Seki Yoshioka in 2054 with a Firebird Splash to win the title. Well, Yoshioka got 2 defenses in this title reign, at least, unlike back in Noah.
This is best title reign ever.
This was a very good match, not as good as the junior finals. And my criticism of Aoyagi's finishing stretches also apply.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, I do like though that the thing where like I think what he has gotten better at is kind of like his like selling and underneath work a bit as well though.
Yeah.
Because Yoshioka also just for a good chunk of this just beat the shit out of him.
He was a very good underdog here. I will give him that, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like he's not a bad wrestler. I'm just critiquing.
No. Like that because like especially like the level that he's at now, I think it's like fair to like also criticize him at a higher level as well. But like these are things that he should be better at as well.
Yeah.
I think that is very fair. But I really like Yoshioka in this match, like as just this like bully. Because I feel like that's something he did really well during the tournament as well.
Yes.
I feel like despite the fact that he only got 2 defenses, and I think this reign actually really elevated him because he was the champion during the tournament. And he got to be like, I feel like he noticeably developed a lot more confidence. So, no, I agree that it wasn't as good as the junior finals match, but like I still really enjoyed this. Like I still think this was like the best match on the show. Like I still gave this like 4 1/4.
Oh, you think so, eh?
Yeah, I thought this was really good. Like I agree with your criticisms of the finishing sequence, but like I still enjoyed it overall like too much, like the entire rest of the match.
Paul, let's talk about what I thought was the best match of the show. Triple Crown. Jun Saito defeated Yuma Aoyagi in 21:57 with the days gone. Well, I mean, look, I was shocked. I watched this live. I was shocked at the finish, but damn it, this wasn't the best matches. And Yuma, he was on. He did not do the bullshit. He was a great wrestler here. And Paul, my hot take is since they did brother versus brother, Jun's been better. His last 2 matches, his last 2 Triple Crown defenses have been the best of his reign. Well, this was better than versus Honda, but I think that those last 2 matches have been above his earlier defenses. And I am less angry at the result because of the match quality he's put on lately. I'll say that. But I still think he should lose it soon.
Yeah, because my thing is, he's kind of run through everybody.
Yes, this is his second defense against Yumo, too.
Yeah. Like, he's kind of run through the whole roster now. Like, it's his 7th defense as well. Like, I get where you're coming from, but, like, his matches have gotten better, but it's like...
I'm not
what
saying
else is there for him to
I was
do?
just like, yeah, this is why he should just lose it to whoever wins the Royal Road, but I don't know if he will.
No, yeah, he's not losing it to Daisuke Sekimoto if Sekimoto wins. And he just defended it against Honda.
And are they going to put it on Nomura?
No, I mean, I would love nothing more than a Nomura Triple Crown reign, but that would be so irresponsible.
They might should just have Kento win the damn tournament.
Yeah, maybe that is just the easiest thing. Like, just Kento wins and he beats June. But then, low-key, like, okay, the one argument that you can make for June keeping the title is, the fuck's June gonna do now that Ray's out? If he doesn't have the belt?
No,
there's nothing for him to do.
I get that, but I don't think that should justify a longer title reign. As much
as
on him.
Like, if he had just won the belt, I feel like then you could have justified him holding the belt a little bit longer while you figure out what to do with him. But, like, he's been holding it for the entire year.
I All Japan's willingness to have their guys lose in their hometowns. I mean, they often win in their hometowns, but they will have them lose in their hometowns a decent.
Yeah.
Somewhat, obviously, like, modified by the fact that Atsuki won, but...
I don't know. I felt like it was such a signposting when Yuma lost the belts that they were just gonna end the show with both brothers standing in the ring with the belts, and yeah, instead we got Jun Saito eating a watermelon, which I guess was cool too.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what comes out of that. I mean, I'm just skeptical who's going to get out of the first round, but Ashino would be a fresh match.
But you really want to put the belt on Ashino?
Havoc's
okay. Let's put it that way. Okay, obviously we would put the belt on Ashino. I don't think either of us would be like, let's not put the belt on Ashino. Would all Japan put the belt on Ashino?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Actually, if Havoc kept getting hotter, yeah.
Like, I genuinely think Zion would have a better chance that they'd put the belt on him than Ashino. Like, that would be the worst choice by far. But if I had to, gun to my head and I would have to pick which of these All Japan would be more likely to put a belt on, it would be Zion.
Now, would you agree with me that despite the fact that Jun Saito is still champion, in August, All Japan is now in a better place than they have been all year?
Yes. Yeah, no. Like, because Atsuki, you have, a hot guy, on top. You have, a fresh team holding the tag titles. And I am somewhat interested by the, Royal Road tournament, because I just have really no fucking idea what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Which makes it intriguing.
So let's talk about some upcoming things. On the 16th, they have a charity show in Sun Machida Asahi Gymnasium in Tokyo. Sometimes these charity shows don't make tape, but it says it's being broadcast on All Japan TV. So first match, Senor Saito versus Kikutaro.
Yeah.
Are we wrestling already?
I mean, again, that's what I said, right? He's in the Black Manta Ray role now.
Yeah. And then Hideki Suzuki and Fuminori Abe versus Hokuto Omori and Jack Kennedy. Dan Tamura versus Davey Boy Smith Jr. I actually kind of want to see what Dan can get out of it.
I kind of have morbid curiosity about that match in a way.
Yeah. Jun Saito versus Ryo Inoue.
Yeah, I mean, that's also, the most obvious match that has happened this year, I guess.
So also morbid, actually, in my, I think if they keep it 8, 9, 10 minutes, Ryo can be a great underdog in this. We got Yuma Aoyagi, Atsuki Aoyagi, Rising Hayato versus Ren Abe, Musashi, and Seki Yoshioka.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Someone pins Aoyagi here.
Yeah, to challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that's a nice thing, right? Like with Atsuki, where it's could literally be anybody because they're all fresh matches now.
Yeah. And then your main event, Kento Miyahara, Ryuki Honda, and Masashi Takeda versus Shotaro Ashino, Zion, and Odyssey.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's put Kento and Masashi Takeda together, the team for the Real World Tag League.
Who's doing the job here? Zion, maybe?
Zion,
I feel
yeah.
like they're not going to have Havoc lose.
Yeah, Havoc has been picking up a lot of wins, yeah.
When in
I mean,
doubt,
Takeda, like he's the outsider.
yeah. Well,
Isn't
Honda,
he also technically a junior in All Japan canon?
he is, yes.
So I feel like it's
So
him.
weird. Is this a local thing for him?
Maybe, yeah.
Where is Sun Machida? It's got to be probably one.
Yeah,
of
he's from Machida.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You know what? Let's turn Kento into a deathmatch guy, and he can save.
Oh,
Big Japan.
Machida is like out there, like the far.
Yeah, no. It's part of the prefecture of Tokyo, but it is further away from like what we would consider Tokyo, than
Yeah.
like Yokohama, for example, or like Kawasaki.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like the subway doesn't go out there because they like take a bus and take like the overland trains and everything to get there.
Yeah, it's not central.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So, well, then Kento, maybe Havoc is doing the job here, but you don't know. And then, so on the last Korakuen of Dragon Gate, Yuma, Atsuki, and Ryo Inoue bought tickets and then like came and confronted Yamato after his match. So we've got a Dragon Gate versus All Japan special 6-man tag match, which is Yamato, Dragon Kid, and Kazuma Kimura, who's a rookie, right? Versus Yuma Aoyagi, Atsuki Aoyagi, and Ryo Inoue. So I got to assume that Kimura is losing, taking the.
Yeah.
But that could be a lot of fun.
Do we get a counter invasion of All Japan then?
We should. Oh God, could you see Yamato if Yuma had won the Triple Crown and they still did this angle? I was like, Yamato's coming in to challenge you.
Yeah. No, but no. I mean,
I don't think they're going to run Yamato versus Jun Saito.
But then again, would Yamato basically be like, yeah, I'm going to challenge for the junior belt? I don't think he would do that. Yeah.
No. And then on the 24th is the first show of the Royal Road the Royal Road tournament, which got Kento Miyahara versus Kengo Mishimo, Yuma Aoyagi versus Naoya Nomura. And then you've got Naruki Doi versus Daisuke Sakamoto. And then Musashi 15th anniversary match, Musashi and Seki Yoshioka versus the Great Sasuke and Taro Nohashi, who's obviously there to get pinned by Musashi.
Yeah. It's like one of these things is not like the others.
Yeah. So that's that first night. But I'm not going to go through, we sort of went through the tournament. I'm not going to go through the whole tournament again. Right. Because I don't think there's really much else to go, except for we really don't know.
Yeah, we really don't know who's going to win this thing. I mean, we've literally gone for like 5 different guys where we went, yeah, fuck it. Why doesn't this guy just win the tournament?
Yeah, I'm just looking at upcoming card. Oh, Ray Paloma, Carabel Ito, and Almighty Inoue are challenging for the 6-man titles on August 30th.
Yeah, I mean, why don't any of these guys win the Royal Road tournament? Why not?
And then, that's the only other sort of note thing going on, because we don't know who's in the other later on shows at the tournament, everything like that. I suppose a tournament where you don't know who the winner is good.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Is Nomura still beating Yuma in the first round? Because we thought that was going to happen. Because we assumed that someone was the Triple Crown champion.
I still feel like he does. I feel like, because, look, that gives us another Kento versus Naoya Nomura match. And isn't that all we really want at the end of the day?
I mean, yeah, it definitely is.
Even if Nomura's run ends there in the tournament, that gets us another one of that match, which there was a very real chance multiple times that we were never going to get that match again. So I will absolutely take it.
I will take it too. And probably, I feel like you could still, if, like, you got to sort of keep Nomura on like a bit of like a arm's length. So I think Kento beating him again, and if Nomura can prove himself, you can finally get the big Nomura win over Kento later, I guess, if he can hang around.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe you can dangle that, because, that's the big one that he's never gotten and everything like that. Yeah. And that was the story of that company until Nomura
till everything went to shit.
Injured his neck till everything went to shit. Yeah, because he got his last match was in late February 2020, and then the whole world and his career went to shit.
Basically, yeah. I don't even remember what happened first. If his neck, I know his neck injury happened, and then COVID lockdown started.
Yeah, so those are two bad things that go together, like that, right? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, it's COVID. He's in no hurry to get back. But then it became a year. And then, and it became like 18 months.
Yeah. And then I was like, is he actually ever going to come back?
And he did.
Yep.
And then he
was
did
still great.
weird, like capture thing. But then he did eventually come crawling back to All Japan.
And he had another great run, and they put the belts on him. He gets his knee blows up.
Yeah.
No, and then he doesn't get proper. Then he doesn't get proper. Remember, that was when his knee got infected as well.
Yes, which delayed the surgery.
Yeah.
Well, at least Noah didn't get his claws into him.
Yeah.
That's
which they actually tried.
I wonder if that has anything.
That they don't want like Noah to get their claws on him, and that's why they keep booking him.
Well, because he was showed up on Limit Break, right? And then they're like, okay, let's come back here. I wonder.
Because I'm sure Go Shiozaki looks at Naoya Nomura and sees a very kindred soul.
Although I don't know if does Nomura fit in for where they're going with that company right now, though? I mean, as a mid
no, yeah,
I don't think they would use him as to his top.
Yeah, but he definitely fits with like Go's vibes. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes, he definitely fits. They would have been in All Japan at the same time, very brief. Right? When did?
But that would have been just after Nomura made his debut. See, because Nomura came in 2014.
Yep, and Go was there till what? Late 2015.
Yeah, let me see. Did they actually ever have a match? Let's see.
They were there at the same time.
Yeah, they had actually had like a tag match. They actually teamed together.
Ah. There you go.
On a Chiba show, against Magatsuki, Kengo Mashini, and Yuki Sato.
Yeah, Nomura was the first dojo trainee of the Akiyama regime. Yeah. So yeah, there's that connection there. So well, whatever the reasons were, I'm just glad he's back and still so fucking good.
Yeah.
Just
you know what? Fuck everything. You know what? It's probably gonna end with, I don't know, like his arm like literally exploding in the ring and just showering everybody in gore. Like, just have him win the tournament, put the belt on him, whatever, let's go. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? So yeah, I think, like, to me, and we've gone over this a million times, the roster is so thin, but he is just such a, like, imagine once Anzai gets back and if he comes in as a regular, that's just like a huge, and I gotta say, I'm not slighting Anzai at all, but this company is actually doing not better than I thought they'd be doing without Anzai.
Without him, yeah. No. I feel like that's definitely a good sign, though.
Now, if the Royal Road does turn out to be shit, I'm surprised. We should say that. Damn. Still nothing for Anzai, but like I'm not worried.
No. He's shooting a movie or something.
Yeah.
Also, if we actually like do go through with the Naoya Nomura push, then we can actually get the long-awaited singles rematch as well.
Yes.
Which is Takuya Nomura versus Naoya Nomura. Because they faced off on they faced off in the opener of like the Sumo Hall show in 2016.
I remember that, but Nomura's injured. Takuya.
Yeah, I saw that in the Misk Pro channel, and I was like, oh my god, no, not again. Because the person whoever put that poster there only wrote Nomura, and my immediate assumption was obviously that it was gonna be Takuya.
He's out for, his doctor told him to rest for 2 months. Okay.
Yeah, see.
Not a good sign. But he's still pretty young. He's like maybe 30, 31. So
yeah, he's 31, yeah.
Take the 2 damn months off, man.
Yeah.
Don't be a race Saito.
Yeah. Or a Go Shiozaki.
Yeah, well, Go finally took his time off.
Yeah, because he literally had to get double knee surgery.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back in I don't know, halfway through the Royal Road tournament, maybe, because there's the big Noah show, but there's nothing from All Japan. Well, other than that charity show until.
And I'm going to London next week.
Perfect. Well, there we go. So, we will see you in a couple of weeks, and enjoy all the wrestling out there. Take care. Bye.
Hey kids, Jeff Hawkins from Shake Them Ropes here, and for almost 15 years we have been part of Voices of Wrestling. Myself and Chris Novembrino give a review of that week's news, the lazy river of wrestling criticism of that week's WWE and AEW, and then Vader Club, where we watch something from one of our past, or something we may have missed. Smart, snarky, and sometimes serious, but not always. That's us, and if that's your vibe, we'd love to have you listen to Shake Them Ropes every week on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network.
Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Collins, and I am the host of the Gentleman's Wrestling Podcast, a show right here on the Voices of Wrestling Podcasting Network. On the Gentleman's Wrestling Podcast, we take a deep look at individual issues and stories that are going on in the wrestling world. Each episode is about a different topic, and we take a thorough and educated look at things ranging from current booking trends to breakdowns on individual performers and angles to investigations into different fan cultures across the industry. In addition, we keep a close eye on the wrestling media, and as a professional journalist, I bring a unique perspective to how current issues in wrestling are being covered and discussed through the wrestling media. We have a revolving series of guests from across wrestling punditry joining us on each episode, and we hope that you make the choice to give us a listen on wherever you get your podcast from.